Today from McLaren Bristol, we're showing you how to access your flat 600LT or P13 Series vehicle. So again, got the key here, pressing the unlock button, and the vehicle is on responsive to the demand. There are two ways you can get inside. Firstly, if you're lucky enough, your window would have dropped all the way around there. So next step, if your window is dropped, come up under the passenger side central of the vehicle here, you'll be able to see a little cover. Now this little cover, what you have to do to release it is pop that little tab in and it pops down, and then it reveals your emergency key release. So next what you want to do, take a key, turns over, pushing the back of the key upward towards the front, releasing that cover. Then what you want to do is remove this emergency key release here. So you'll be requiring this here. So next what you want to do is go ahead and put your key in. It will only go in one way. So just pop it in there and give it a small turn. So this key is quite difficult to turn. Made easier with this emergency key release tool here. So what we do is we just pop that on the bottom of the key there and turn it one way and it's tight, so you turn it the other way and again it pops the door. Just be very careful with the top of the glass, as it can sometimes make contact with this can throw up the top there. So again, just lifting up carefully. And just walking into the passenger side arch area, you'll be able to see there a little lever. And what you can do is just push that lever and that will release your front luggage bin compartment. If by the off chance your window hasn't dropped, you'd have to access through the wheel arch here. So you'd have to remove this little clip here and just tuck your hands up underneath and pull on a cable. So I've removed this little furtry clip here, which was sat in the wheel arch there. What's going to happen now is I'm just going to run my fingers along, just gently pull this wheel arch liner down, just gently prising it away from the arch, carefully not to damage the paintwork. As you work it around, you can then push it down with your fingers, and up inside you'll be able to see a cable. A little metal cable there at the rear is what you want to be looking at, just up there. What you want to do is wrap your hand around that cable, that one right at the back there, not this first cable which you can see there, but the other one which is the luggage bin release, just sat on top of there. So what you want to do then is you want to put your fingers around it and give it a little tug, and that will release your front luggage bin there. Your luggage bin won't actually open, so what you have to do is run your fingers up underneath and you'll be able to feel a little latch. Again, just swipe back to the driver's side and then your luggage bin will lift up. So this is a little latch here I was on about. Again, it'll be in that position there. So again, just swipe your fingers underneath and just pop it down to the driver's side. Once into the luggage bin, what you want to do with your emergency key release is just pop these two screws out. Just keep hold of that in your pocket. Then the next step is just to pull on these screws, which will release this panel here. Pop that to one side. Inside here you'll have your negative terminal and your positive terminal, which is buried underneath that plastic cover there. So to release that plastic cover, just reach your hands behind, push the two clips in and lift it up to the passenger side. Just like that. Then underneath there you want to make contact with this point here. What you do here is attach the positive terminal first. So just up underneath there, and just place it in. Just make sure it's got a contact on there. Then you want to take your negative terminal and just pop that on that little 10mm nut there. As long as it's got a connection, and just turn the jump pack on. This will then wake the vehicle up. So you walk around to the driver's side and attempt to start it. Once you first start your car back up, you're going to have a steering column position fault where it's lost its memory. Now what you need to do is wait for the battery to have enough charge in it for it to be able to register it and to remember where it's set. So you go into vehicle information, and obviously your battery's charged it as a 0%. I believe it's when it reaches about 25%, you'll then be able to activate the steering column. Obviously, looking down at the iris here, you'll see that date and time is all incorrect and you're in 1970. So what you want to do, just go into your settings, display setup, time and date, set the date first. Again, just set the date, hold the OK button down to set that, and then just go back into it again and you'll find it will reset again. So again, just go through the same process, and then hold the OK button and just go into it for a third time, and then you'll find it would have set it then. Hold the OK button down, and now your date is set correctly. So now what you want to do is set your time. Again, same scenario, go into your time. Once you're happy with it, just press down the OK button. Now we'll reset there. So it'll take a while to charge back up. Obviously recommend fully charging this car back up to 100%. Now to set your steering column, what you want to do is just pull this fully towards you and fully up. And now this one will now be set, and the memory will be restored to it. So once your battery's gone flat on your McLaren, obviously recommend visiting a McLaren dealership to have a full fault code read and a complimentary vehicle health check. Once you're finished on the passenger side, just make sure you tuck your arch liner back up underneath. It's arched correctly as it should be. Just all the way along there, running your finger along. Obviously being mindful of the paintwork as well. And the passenger side door, just here you'll be able to see your front luggage bin release cable. If you're unfortunate and you had to tug on it for the rear arch, most likely chance this would have popped out of its recess located on the arch there. What you want to do is just make sure that pops back in correctly. Otherwise, if the car sees your front luggage bin open, you won't be able to engage any gears. So that's now fully pushed back home. Again, just give it a couple tests, make sure it's not going to pop back out, and that should be okay now.